Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast. Once again, we are on the 6th installment of PODmas. So for the full month of December, I will be doing an episode for every day in December. So at the end of all this, we'll have 31 episodes. So amazing. And I'm doing one-word titles so you will know exactly what that particular episode is about. So this episode is about marketing. And I want to give you a really good definition of marketing because I think a lot of people get it mixed up with branding, but I am going to concentrate on marketing today. So marketing is defined as a set of tools and processes, also strategies as well, that you use to actively promote your product, your service, or even your company. Now, I'm a service-based business, but I also carry products. Now, if you're marketing your company, you may possibly be a nonprofit and you're marketing the mission of your nonprofit. Maybe it is to get clean water to a village somewhere in a foreign country. Maybe it is to feed the hungry, somewhere in our own country. Whatever that message is that you are putting out about your company, that's part of its marketing strategy, right? So what you really want to do is think of marketing as those steps that you take to connect your customers, to get them to buy your products, get them to purchase your services. All right. So customers, current customers, you always want to upsell them. You can always upsell your current customers. And also for your future customers, your customers coming to you that you haven't sold to yet, right? So you want to get your marketing out there so you can attract those type of folks that are looking for the services or even the products that you are offering, right? So marketing is so important. One of the things that I think a lot of people get lost in their marketing is they don't have a clear plan of what they're going to do. So let me just give you kind of like a loose rundown on marketing. I just actually wrote a marketing proposal earlier tonight. So I have it fresh in my mind. So I said, you know what, this will be a great subject to talk about. So one thing that you have to do with your marketing is to set clear objectives. I cannot tell you how many times I see people that they claim that they do marketing, but there's no objective. What are you trying to achieve with this marketing strategy that you have going on? What's your end game? If you ever hear somebody say, what's your end game? What is your end game for your marketing strategy? What is the desired outcome? When you hit people with this marketing strategy, what's the desired outcome? What are you trying to achieve? Make sure that your goals are realistic. Make sure that your targets are realistic. And you also have a very clear time frame of when all of these strategies are going to take place. So if you say, I've got 90 days to let people know about this new product or service, everything should be falling in line week after week after week in that 90-day frame. Okay, so you need to be able to ask those questions. All right. Now, one thing about marketing, there are certain metrics that you have to follow. All right. You need to understand what is going on in the market. So if you're coming onto the market with a new lipstick, you need to understand what already exists in the market so that you can see where you are going to fall, right? Now, there's something in marketing called segments, right? And if you do great research, segments are literally the demographics of the customers that you are surveying to be able to sell your business to. So if you ever hear people say segments of the market, they're really talking about people, people in the market, but you're saying segments because sometimes you're looking at a segment of the population could be millennials, a segment of the population could be Generation X, or however you segment, put them into compartmentalizing them, into different categories. Baby boomers, that would be another quote unquote segment of the population. All right. You also need to know currently, if you're a current business, not necessarily if you're a new business, but if you're a current business, you should be able to tell me what your retention rate is, right? You should be able to tell me the percentage of business that you get and how much you actually keep in-house. Okay? I need to know numbers of your sales. If you ever watch Shark Tank, I mention Shark Tank all the time on this podcast. They ask you, what were your sales in 2020? What are your sales so far this year? This is how they decide if they are going to give you that $200,000 or whatever it is that you are there to ask for, because they need to know that they're going to make their money back. Yeah, they want to help you with your business, but they're also there to do business. They're also there to make a profit. So you have to know retention rates. So know what the market share is. Make sure that you're aware of the different segments, the population, and what it is they're looking for. Do your research on those demographics, right? Know your retention rate, right? Then you need to measure the sales that you can get from the market, the total, and also get to know what actions you need to increase it. What do you need to do to increase your sales? So let's say it's really hard for you to get new business. Is there a way for you to look at your current business and upsell them? Because it's not always about getting new customers. Sometimes it's taking the current customers that you have and upselling them, right? So know what your total market share is, your segments, your retention rate, and how you're really going to penetrate that market to be able to upsell, right? You got to be able to do that. The next section that you need to do, when you're putting together your marketing strategy, is that you got to have the 4 Ps of marketing: product, place, price, promotion. That really is the whole strategy. Product. What service? What thing are you trying to sell me? Where in the market are you going to put this? What's the price point? You need to know what your competitors are doing so that you can know where to price yourself. And then you have to find a way to promote all of this. How are you going to promote this? Are you going to promote on social media? Are you going to do newsletters? Are you going to do a mailer or something like that? These are all the things that you need to know, right? Now, here is the part where a lot of people fall short. Create your financial plan. Ask yourself these few questions. What do you expect to sell, right? How much do you expect to sell? How much money do you expect to make? What is it going to cost? Right? When you hear people say at cost, what is it going to cost to produce those products or those services? What is going to be the cost of that? Right? Figure out what your operating expenses are going to be. All right? And make sure that you include the salaries, all of the things that it takes to run a business. right? Make sure you figure out what your price point is going to be. Some people come up with a price point and they end up not making any money, which is insane, right? How much financing is it going to take for you to run your business? Would you be able to run your business for a year, even if you brought in not one dime? These are the hard questions that you need to ask yourself when it comes to marketing. Okay? So that's just a little overview of marketing. It goes so much deeper than this. And maybe I'll do a full, after we get past PODmas, maybe I'll do a full thing on marketing. Maybe I'll bring like a really good marketing expert on. But those are the basics of what you need for marketing. So make sure you listen back to this and write down those key things that you need to do for marketing. Get your plan together and then decide how you're going to execute that plan. All right? So that's all that I have for today. We talked about marketing today. Maybe tomorrow I'll talk about branding, since that's a major thing that I do for my company. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys' support. This is the 6th installment of PODmas. Number 7 will be coming up soon. If you want to talk to me on social media, feel free. Instagram is the place, at Onyx Queen Media. If you want to email me, feel free. info@onyxqueenmedia.com. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye, you guys. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.